really quickly, I want to thank the leaders of Onslow County who have pulled together to make this happen. State leaders, we're all behind you and what you're doing here for your county. We know how hard you got hit here. We know that homes and businesses and these schools were severely damaged. But it's been amazing what you guys have done together, working together to come back and to be back at White Oak 43 days later. I will confess that when I saw this school 43 days ago, I didn't think you'd be in this good a position as you are right now. So congratulations to getting the contractors and getting the work done. And we're going to continue to be committed to provide state funding and to try to help as much as we can for that. I've got Mary Jo Alcoke, who is the head of my governor's Easton office, and she's going to keep working with you guys. I brought my teacher advisor, LaTanya Patillo, who is here with us. We know how important public education is to North Carolina, and talking to the kids and teachers in this school has already just been an amazing thing for me. So I'll take that back. And to see all these community leaders, Sheriff, all you guys coming in and supporting Rick, Superintendent, and these teachers and principals, county commissioners, the people who work so hard to represent people. Thank you guys for that. And we're going to keep working hard with you. We're grateful to all the military families who work so hard to serve our country, and we know that many of them got hit. So we're going to continue working to recover stronger and smarter than ever. And just wanted to say that while all you guys were in one place, and thank you for coming and doing this tour with me.
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you,
We know we got a lot to do. We got a lot to do. Yeah, really appreciate it. Oh,
Another shirt, and we have plenty of things to thank you.
I appreciate it. I wish you well in your endeavors next year. And hopefully you guys will be back full swing after the holidays. Thanks. All right. So we're going to do, we got to go over days after I was here at the same high school, White Oak High School, to view the damage from
There we go.
I was here 43 days ago to view the damage from Hurricane Florence and saw it devastated White Oak High School. Everybody's pulled together. The state has provided some funding. Local government has worked hard. The superintendent and principal here. And now White Oak High School is back at work. Students are back in class. They seem excited to be back to school. With a county that has faced so much devastation, I think there's a lot of promise ahead. We know there's a lot of work that has to be done, not only in the public education area, but with people's homes and businesses and tourism, which is so important. But we are committed to recovering from Hurricane Florence, and we're going to continue the hard work. And I'll be glad to take any questions that you guys have.
How is it looking different from the last time you were here?
Well, last time I was here, there was a lot of debris. Walls and floors were being torn up, and I was having a hard time imagining that 43 days later the kids could be back in school. But they have put it together and they have done it. Clearly there's some things they still need to do, getting their cafeteria ready, but the students are making do. They're making do, and they seem to have pulled together and understand, the young people understand that we're all in this together, and that recovery has got to be something that all of us participate in. So they've been good sports about being back in school and having less facilities than they had before, but they know good days are ahead. I saw their slogan, "Let's row together." I guess the water analogy is pretty appropriate here. They have rowed together along with these community leaders who are strongly supportive of the schools and the recovery effort here.
How awesome was it to hear that that math class was all caught up?
Yeah, that's amazing. I know that what has happened here in Onslow County and in other counties, that they've used remote classrooms, they've done pop-up classrooms, they've communicated with students to try to keep up with the work, because when you're out of school for that long, particularly these high school students who are going to be taking integrated tests, who are trying to get admitted into colleges, this period of time is critical. So they've worked hard to catch up, and we want to support them in their effort. That reminds us that we have to support public education from cradle to career, and that means early childhood, pre-K, K through 12, making sure that we have a good teacher in every classroom, a good principal in every school, and making sure we continue to support our universities and community colleges, which do so much to get the workforce ready. There's a lot of good paying jobs out there for these kids. They just need the skills and the education to be able to get them. And that's what my coming back to White Oak High School today is about, is we know that these schools are working hard to recover, and we want to help them.
Last I heard, the total for Onslow County Schools damage was $125 million for all 40 of their school buildings.
Right.
Where is the state at in terms of providing assistance to the whole county?
The state has provided some assistance, and I'll let the superintendent give you specific figures, but I think that at least $10 million was allocated from the state to help Onslow County, and I know that there will be more to come. I also think it's important for us to point toward a $2 billion school construction bond that helps the local counties to build new schools and to help them deal with the situation that they're in now, particularly after Hurricane Florence. I think in a bipartisan way, the state legislature, we all recognize that these counties got hit hard. One of the things we were able to do, for example, in neighboring Pender County, is we were able to provide a loan fund to help them get their local government balances up so that they could let these contracts. We know we'll be getting most of the money back from FEMA, but they could not enter into these contracts until they had the right bank balance. And they've been hit so hard by this storm that this loan fund can help them do things that they might otherwise not be able to do. We've got to keep those things in mind and understand that this is something we all got to work together on doing, local, state, and federal, and I'm committed to help making that happen. All right, do it, guys.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
RNES.
You're the principal here.
Principal at White Oak High School, yes.
So how has it been kind of recovering and to have the governor come pretty much every step of the way?
Yeah, this is the second time that we've had the governor at our school. It's a great show of support. The first time he was here, the students were not here. We were still in what we call exile, and it was really great to have him here today to see classrooms in session and see our math kids and science kids back to work. So it was a great show of support, and all the kids and faculty, staff, and I appreciate it.
Not only in session, but a lot of the classes have completely caught up.
The teachers have worked really hard to compact the curriculum so that we can get to a place that the students can handle the rigors of the final exams and to be able to move on to the next level for each of them successfully.
What are some of the challenges that are still remaining? And obviously the cafeteria was one, but can you kind of go through like the main things that pop out?
Sure. A little unusual for high school. Right now, our students in our third period class, which total time runs about 2 hours, teachers are taking students down to our basketball concession stand for students to pick up lunches that are prepared at another school site, and they're going back to the classroom to eat in the room. Some of the teachers are handling things through working lunch. Others give the students a little bit of free time in the classroom, but it's a little unusual for the kids to be held in the classroom for that length of time without the ability to be open to the freedom that lunch usually brings in the cafeteria. That's one of the biggest challenges. The other is just having classes in rooms we didn't use before. So our small auditorium houses 2 classes. It's workable. We're making it work. The teachers are doing a great job with it, but it's a little stressful to them to have lost their materials and then to be able to share a big room. You can hear the class next door constantly, but we're making a lot of progress and we're hoping to be back into our other rooms very soon.
How many rooms are still not being used?
So we have 19 teachers that were displaced in some way, but it's really 10 classrooms and a few of the mobile units that are currently closed. The way that we helped to balance that was our health and PE teachers who had several dedicated classrooms. They volunteered to give those up temporarily to occupy the gym full-time and to allow some of those other classrooms to move. We moved our in-school suspension room out and a chemistry classroom into the room, and as I said earlier, we've taken up the stage of our auditorium and different places and parts in the school to be able to continue to conduct class. And the kids are doing a great job with it.
I overheard that the plan is to have the cafeteria open in 10 days. Is that still the case?
Originally, we were told about 6 months, and that was kind of depressing to the kids and the teachers to have that big of an impact. But things have worked out pretty well for us so far, and we're hearing that before Christmas we'll be back in the cafeteria. So the kitchen was okay. It's the dining hall that was impacted. So our food has come in from Northside High School each day, but transporting that food back and forth, it's difficult.
And is Christmas break still the same for all the students?
It has been moved by a day or two. We go through that Friday instead of being out. I believe it was the Thursday that we were going to be out before Christmas break.
So it was a day taken off?
A day off of the front, and I believe a day off the backside. So we return on January 2nd, but I think it would have been 3rd on the old calendar.
Okay.
Dr. Barnes, just tell me what it not only means to you, the school, the district, that the governor came back, checking up on you guys, and wants to make sure that we're getting back on the right track.
Sure, it's a great show of support. We were told when he was on his way that when considering where to go, that he felt this was sort of the heart of the storm, and he saw the before and wants to see the during, and I expect that we'll see an after at some point when we're back all together in our full capacity.
Is there anything else?